We start tonight with a tribute to fallen Marysville officer Osmar Rodarte. The officer was a 2-year veteran of the Marysville Police Department and a U.S. Army veteran. He was working with the Yuba Sutter Narcotic and Gang Enforcement Task Force, known as Net 5. He was shot and killed while serving a search warrant yesterday morning in Olivehurst. The task force was serving 20 warrants following a years-long investigation.
And his death marks the first line-of-duty death in more than 100 years for the Marysville Police Department. Today, people lined the streets to pay their respects. A procession started at the Lakeside Colonial Chapel and ended at a morgue in Roseville.
I can't remember a time like this when one of our officers, that this happened, you know. And it's sad. It's sad. And it's, you know, he's so young.
I'm here to support the officer that passed away, and sorry, my daughter and her wife, they both work with the officer.
The Marysville Police Department was effectively closed today as people paid their respects.
Tonight, we're learning more about a suspect investigators say was shot and killed during the shootout yesterday morning. They say 60-year-old Rick David Oliver was hit by return gunfire and pronounced dead in his home on Kestrel Court. He has a criminal history. This booking photo is from 2011.
ABC 10's Garjpal Sangha has new information from Roseville tonight.
Chris and Laura, the investigation into this deadly officer-involved shooting continues, and all day today, people have been coming by to the Marysville Police Department headquarters to pay their respects. You can see signs, flowers, honoring Officer Osmar Rodarte, and we're learning a little bit more about the operation and also the suspect involved.
The Yuba County community is still reeling after the death of Officer Osmar Rodarte, who was on a regional SWAT team helping serve a search warrant against a transnational drug trafficking network.
Pay our respects and show our symbol of gratitude for his dedication and his sacrifice.
The tight-knit community coming to remember and honor the officer.
Something like this is felt throughout the first responder community.
It's just shocking, honestly, to have something hit so close to home.
The person law enforcement say returned gunfire and killed Officer Rodarte was 60-year-old Rick David Oliver, who was killed in a shootout. Oliver, a man with a criminal history that includes sex crimes against a minor in 2011. Court records show he failed to appear in court. A newspaper report at the time he fled to Nevada, but was eventually arrested. The Olivehurst home where the events unfolded sat quietly in this cul-de-sac as the home was sealed off.
My wife and I were sleeping, and we heard just this loud noise. It went boom.
Benjamin Bermudez lives nearby. For some, the incident has shaken their sense of security.
Kind of like keep to ourselves, and it's like there was never anything that said that there was something like that happening here. Sure. Like I said, because it's so quiet here.
Law enforcement officials have confirmed 6 arrests were made in Butte and Tehama counties, but the full scope of the operation remains unclear. But the impact this loss is having remains clear.
I have a friend, her dad, he knew him and she knew him, and she couldn't make it to bring him flowers, so I brought flowers for her. And, you know, to seeing her today, she was so heartbroken. And from what I've, like, all the stories of how he was an amazing guy and a good father.
And fundraising efforts are underway. The nonprofit Back the Badge Yuba Sutter is handing over all donations for the next 30 days to the family. And for more information on those donations and how you can access, that will be listed under this story on abc10.com. Reporting in Marysville, Garjpal Sangha, ABC 10.
Garjpal, thank you. For more coverage on the fallen officer, we stream the procession live on the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. You can watch the replay now and get the latest breaking news updates as they come in. ABC 10 Plus is free to download on your TV.